welcome to Action News on KGDY. I'm Kelly Sunbeam.
And I'm Dirk Hardthrottle. In today's top story, President Jeffers delivered the official pardon of the Thanksgiving turkey. The ceremony took place on the White House lawn, and minutes later, the bird was abducted by masked men in an unmarked van.
Since that time, that same turkey has been an instrumental part of one of the worst crime sprees in history. The turkey has been seen wearing a telepathic collar, presumably controlling his every move, said the Attorney General.
Yes, not many people know this, but the presidential pardon for turkeys is a blanket pardon for all crimes past and future. That turkey could murder a nun at high noon in the middle of Washington, D.C., in front of 1,000 witnesses, and we couldn't legally touch him.
Funeral services for the late Sister Mary Catherine have been scheduled for next Friday. Other alleged offenses of the so-called Doom Bird include stealing the Abandonall diamond, racketeering, assault and battery, and 37 counts of tax evasion.
A series of fires, initially thought to have been arsons also committed by the Doom Bird, have since been linked to the fact that deep-frying a turkey is a phenomenally dangerous activity.
We'll be closely following this story for further details. But now we take you to the lighter side of the news with Sam Sterling at the Metrodelphia Thanksgiving Day Parade.
We interrupt this transition.
What?
To take you to our roving reporter, Sally Simpson, with breaking news about the parade.
Thanks, Kelly. I'm here at the starting point of today's parade where a shocking theft has taken place. The beloved parade balloon of Metrodelphia's own Captain Goody has disappeared.
No.
Indeed, Kelly. The decorated balloon brigade assigned to the balloon report that as they stood awaiting the beginning of the parade, the cables were snatched from their hands by an invisible force. No clue to this disappearance could be found, and no one knows where the 70-foot balloon could have gone so quickly. All the brigade members could tell us was that they heard a sound like an eagle wrestling a squid out of the water.
An eagle? Wrestling a squid?
That was the description each and every one of the brigade members provided of the sound they heard.
This is disappointing news, Sally.
Absolutely, Dirk. Thanksgiving is, of course, completely ruined, and all of Metrodelphia will soon mourn this terrible, terrible day. With the parade set to begin in mere moments, the City Council has declared an emergency meeting to determine if Metrodelphia should simply cancel Thanksgiving this year.
You mean cancel the parade?
No, Dirk. The entire holiday. The police are preparing to go door to door and confiscate any and all turkey, stuffing, and sweet potato-based sides with or without marshmallows. What choice does Metrodelphia face in light of this horrific, atrocious, cataclysmic... Wait! It's Captain Goody himself! The caped guardian of Metrodelphia is approaching from out of the sky, resplendent in his recently updated costume.
He has a new costume?
That's right, Kelly. I presented it to him last week to mark our anniversary. And now, here he comes!
I couldn't have said it better myself, Sally. I would have been here sooner, but I needed to make a couple of stops first.
Captain Goody, it's so good to see you. Do you have any words of comfort to our listeners, who even now are devastated to learn that we in Metrodelphia are left with no choice but to cancel the Thanksgiving holiday?
Oh, Sally. Thanksgiving is about spending time with friends and family and thinking back on all we have to be grateful for. No missing parade balloon is more important than that.
That's very sweet, Captain. But such delusions of modesty, even coming from an impeccably attired public figure such as yourself, does not change the fact that a beloved icon of the season, indeed the reason many of the children of Metrodelphia bothered to get up this morning, has gone missing.
Well, we'll have to agree to disagree on that point, Sally. It certainly won't be the first time two people so close have had to say that over this holiday. For now, though, since the balloon is so important to you, well, I guess I'll just have to do something about that.
You mean?
That's right, Sally. I told you I made some stops on the way. The first was to my old scientist friend, Dr. Jakorowitz. And the second was to pick up Power Pow.
Your sidekick, Power Pal? But how can Power Pal and a visit to a brilliant scientific inventor possibly save Metrodelphia's parade?
Great question, Sally. Thanks for asking that.
And listeners, we'll be back with the answer right after this.
Hi, folks. It's Tina from Corpomart with news on our Black Friday sale. Remember last year when a zombie apocalypse nearly wiped out downtown Metrodelphia? Or the year before that when an alien race called the Star Devourers nearly consumed the entire uptown square? Well, we know how hard it's been to get your holiday shopping done these past years. Black Friday has been a source of devastation and violence in the past. So this year we've done something extra to show how important your business is to us. After weeks of negotiations with our insurance company, I'm thrilled to announce the No Sleigh, No Pay sales event. That's right. If news reports from the greater Metrodelphia area don't mention any cataclysms, any apocalypses, or any invasions of any kind, then your entire purchase from Corpomart is free. Yes, 100% free. So come on down to Corpomart tomorrow. Remember, we're insured for this event. We want a day of peace and comfort to start your holidays just as much as you do. Corpomart.
We own it all.
It's the season for love, the season for caring, the season to show that special someone just how much you care about them. This is the year when you give that little box to that one person you care for more than any other. You can see the look on their face when they open the box. Look inside and see 2 tickets to the Bunnies Under Steamrollers concert. That's right, the Christmas album the world never knew it wanted. Performed live at Metrodelphia Arena on December 17th. Call 1-800-EARBLEED or www.bunniesundersteamrollers.net for your chance to see rock history in the making. Tickets are going fast and it may already be too late, but don't despair. If you can't get tickets online, contact our sponsor, Soul Brokers. There's always one more backstage pass with Soul Brokers. You just have to want it badly enough.
Tickets subject to sales tax and sold at a shameless markups. We don't have to say that last part, but it's not as if you can do anything to stop us. Soul Brokers is a wholly owned subsidiary of Corpomart, Inc.
And now over to Chopper Joe with traffic.
Thanks, Dirk. First, I'd like to apologize for how abruptly my last report ended. I swear something invisible flew past the chopper. It sounded like an eagle was wrestling with a squid in the water. Anyway, the parade route has shut down traffic over most of Metrodelphia. I strongly advise our listeners to either take the subway or to wear comfortable walking shoes. Outside the city limits, there is also a small incident caused when Dr. Fruitfly attempted to apprehend a set of fireplace tools which had been animated by an evil sorcerer.
What happened?
Well, the Natmobile lost a wheel and the poker got away. Back to you in the studio.
And now over to the Countess of Clouds for the weather.
And lo, this morning I came briefly out of retirement to prevent an attack by the Tripta fanatic. Doing so forced me to skip breakfast, and I am thus powerless against the blustery winds and icy breezes which always strike when I am hangry. The afternoon shall be most pleasant, as I fill myself on that legendary cornbread stuffing made by my dear cousin Sue.
And what about the evening weather?
I have no idea. My powers cannot function as I enter the food coma I shall be powerless against. Eggnog and pumpkin pie are too strong a force for my constitution. Only this much I can promise. Tomorrow shall be mild and a beauteous autumn day. Unless it comes to pass that I forget to take an acid reducer before I lay me down to sleep. So let it be!
And now, back to Sally Simpson. Sally, can you tell us what's the latest on the situation at the Metrodelphia Thanksgiving Day Parade? Did Captain Goody tell you his plan?
He did, Kelly, but he swore me to secrecy for the safety of Metrodelphian citizens. However, there is more news to report. 6 more of the Thanksgiving balloons disappeared under strangely similar circumstances. In each case was the report of a sound like an eagle wrestling a squid. But I'm proud to announce information exclusive to KGDY. After speaking to the City Council, Captain Goody has confirmed that the Thanksgiving Parade is back on.
Amazing! Even without the beloved balloon formed in Captain Goody's likeness?
Not at all, Dirk, because compliments of Captain Goody himself, Metrodelphia has a brand new Captain Goody balloon. I can see it making its way down the street toward the start of the parade route.
How on earth was Captain Goody able to create a brand new balloon so quickly?
And what of Power Pal, Captain Goody's sidekick, who famously has no powers at all, except the ability to hover in the air?
Sorry, Dirk and Kelly, but the origins of this new balloon will have to remain a mystery for the time being. All I can say is this. As for Power Pal, he's in the last possible place you'd look for him to be.
As the parade officially begins, we take you now to Sam Sterling on the parade route.
Thanks, Dirk. The Metrodelphia High School Marching Band was supposed to be passing by at this point, and I would have loved to let you all listen to their famously rousing rendition of Captain Patriotism's theme song. However, due to the late start of the parade, we'll have to wait for just a skosh longer. Right now, I can see the brand new Captain Goody balloon making its way toward me. It's not as impressive as the captain's new costume, but you can tell by the smiles on everyone's faces that the whole of Metrodelphia is glad to see this beloved balloon make its return to... Oh, wait! Kelly! Dirk! Something appears to be happening! Oh, my! For a moment it appeared that the balloon was about to disappear. But it suddenly turned around and yes, the balloon itself is moving.
How is that possible?
I can answer that question. The balloon Sam is seeing is no balloon at all.
What do you mean, Sally?
Captain Goody's beloved sidekick, Power Pal, was dressed in Captain Goody's old costume and subjected to a ballooning ray developed by Dr. Jakorowitz.
He seems to have gripped onto something. I'm not sure what's happening, but... Goodness me. It's like an invisibility field were disrupted by Power Pal's energy signature, causing a saucer-shaped craft to appear as though out of thin air.
I got him.
I wish I could have Captain Goody explain what just happened, but he doesn't appear to be in the area around here.
Looking for me, Sally?
Yes, Captain. Can you explain to the viewers what's happened? Is that craft the forerunner of an alien invasion?
Not in the least, Sally. When you've traveled on as many intergalactic rescue missions as I have, the first thing you learn is that most interstellar distress calls sound very much like an eagle wrestling with a squid. I knew our friends there had gotten their cloaking device jammed, and they were communicating the only way they knew how, by spreading that cloak to something they knew everyone would be looking at.
You mean the beloved Captain Goody parade balloon has not gone missing?
Nor any of the other balloons, Sally. If you look now, you can see them attached to the alien ship. The cloaking device is deactivating, and they'll be fully visible in seconds.
Listeners, it's exactly as the good captain is describing. Once again, the day is saved.
Hey, Captain, what should I do with them?
Do with them, Power Pal? Why, we'll do the same thing we'd always do with unexpected guests around this time of year. Sally, we're going to have Thanksgiving dinner together. Do you mind a few extra mouths at the table?
Not at all, Captain Goody. Not at all.
Well, all right, but...
What's wrong, old chum?
I'm not really hungry right now. In fact, I feel a little bloated.
Well, it appears that the Thanksgiving Day crisis is averted, and a happy Thanksgiving is once more what we can look forward to this year.
Breaking news about the Doom Bird. His avian crime spree is at an end at last.
Beltway-based hero and Amalgaman lured the turkey to the local zoo where the turkey was torn apart by hungry leopards.
Said an Amalgaman, quote, "The Doom Bird may have been above the law of the land, but not the law of the jungle."
Proving once again that a brilliant criminal plan isn't just something you can wing.
Happy Thanksgiving to all our listeners, and remember,
If you're not wearing tights, stay out of the fight. Stay tuned for more, listeners.
You have been listening to KGDY Episode 4, produced by Seat of Our Pants players, written and directed by Dan Wenzel. Dirk was Rick Tennant. Kelly and Bunnies Under Steamroller announcer were Bree Kuby. Chopper Joe and Power Pal were Andrew Dell. Liz Music was the Countess of Clouds and Tina from Corpo Mart. Jill Wenzel was Sally Simpson, and Captain Goody, his alter ego, and the Attorney General, don't read into that one, were Dan Wenzel. Music and sound effects by www.freesfx.co.uk. Take a Chance and News Theme by Kevin MacLeod. Thanks for listening, citizens. Stay tuned for more.